Hey guys, welcome to the channel, MachHaven. In this video, I'm going to try to break the sound barrier with the largest tank tracks. I saw Scrapman's video, I saw Radon's video. Well, I saw part of Radon's, I didn't really see all of it. Radon did it without glitches, but he used like the tank track basically as a flywheel. I want to try to do it without glitches and without thrusters, without gimbal jets, and keep all the engines on here. I don't want to use detachable blocks. I am going to start out by putting down a ton of engines. Keep it like that. That is 180 power cores. I am going to move these back a little bit and put a seat and a couple other things on here. We get the lightest seat because we don't want to, make this thing too heavy. It's 1,700 pounds. Or kilograms, my bad. Yeah. All right, we got to fix the arrow over here. Let's balance this out and move all of these over one. I think I want that to be up high, so I'm gonna put these here like that, and we'll attach them with flat connector. I'm aiming these all up on purpose. I want this thing to try to lift up at high speeds, so that is on purpose. Now let's take these, move them all the way down here, fix that arrow. I'll put that one right there because I don't want this thing to lift up too much on this one side. Nah, never gonna do it. Should be fine actually. Hit the one. I need to connect these really quick, which we will do on this side. No, we won't. Actually, I can just probably remove that for now because I think it's going to get in my way. Put that right there, that right there, that right there, and that right there. There. Pretty easy. All right. Now for the back. I'm going to do something a little possibly might hurt us, but it might benefit more than it hurts. I'm gonna put these in the back. These generate some lift, especially at really high speeds. And I'm hoping that this whole thing is lifted up enough by this that it gets high enough that it won't fly, but I want it to take some of the weight off at high speeds and hopefully it doesn't fly. Let me get rid of this bad arrow right here. Yeah, let's see how low it goes. Doesn't even move. Too much weight in the back. Let's bring some more engines up here. All right, where's the center of mass at now? Almost there, not quite. Let's try adding one more. Might be too much, but we'll try it like this for now. Let's see if gaining speeds lifts this up at all, or if we need more lift. I don't see much of any lift happening yet. Oh, I was doing another test. Let me put this back on miles per hour like I like. Still not seeing much of any lift. Oh, there we go. Got some lift there. Okay, now it's dragging now because it's a little bit too much lift in the front, which I'm not really surprised. You got a lot of wedges up there. What the freak? I had like no strength on the gyro either. Ah! Stop bouncing like that. What in the world? Alright, let's turn this up. We're going to put one gyro here. Try and kind of balance it out a little bit. All right, let's get rid of this engine. I think it's too much. If I keep it more centered, well, let's turn one of those like that. I'll actually have it like this. Just two, because that will provide a lot of up force at high speeds. Honestly, I think we should have like more of these right here. Just probably a little bit more lift in the center. Don't really know if that's going to do much of anything, but let's just see if we can get this thing to come close to flying without flying. Is it still really that front heavy? Shouldn't even be that front heavy. We got the center of mass back behind that wheel a little bit. That's weird. Let's remove one more of these and see if it... Okay, it tilts up now, but now does it move at all? That's interesting. Does it move at all if there's too much weight in the front? I want to move all this up one. Let's get rid of the gyro. Let's just put the skis down to balance it and see. Perhaps ski. No, I'm not Scrapman. I'm just a fan. Okay, don't hate me. Right, that one there, and one in the back. Is that in the middle? No, it's not. So slow. Whoa, whoa. Like we're getting no traction. I might need to get rid of some engine. Let's move this back and see how the thing looks now that it's lighter. I want to test this. We'll save this really quick. I'm going to delete like almost all this. All right, slow speed, little increments. So you can kind of, all right, so it gets traction right about there, but it starts to spin or kind of crab walk a little bit. Down a little bit more. Still kind of crab walking, now it's starting to spin. We bring it down a little bit more. See if it stops spinning at some point. Okay, I kind of hit the ground a little bit. So as long as my ski is on the ground, I'm not pressing any more on the gas. It's just starting to go faster now. If I bring it up like this. Okay, so it gets traction pretty steep. Right there, we got traction. Try another test. We're going to move these out of the way temporarily and just connect this directly. And we're going to throw a freak ton of weight on here. All right, that's heavier than our vehicle was by quite a bit. Like, doesn't even move. It moves slightly. But it doesn't move at all if it's not leaning forward enough. Once it starts leaning forward, and like it like starts getting traction again. Let's try putting these here. Try putting these way down and see what happens. No traction at all. I put them level with it, which is right there. What happens? Loses traction. If I put them in the front, it's level with it. Still no traction. Try them in the front and the back now. Zero traction. Oh wait. Started to catch. And let's move this over. All right, we're moving. All right, let's throw on a ton of engines up here and see what happens. All right, we got a lot less weight, about half the weight, and way more power. Let's do it staggered. Okay, this looks more promising. Let's bring out the old one. Move all this slower. Seems to be working a whole lot better. See if we can get some of the weight off the front skis there. Some of the up force. We are turning. Is fine for now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is doable. We have some of the weight off those front skis, I think, with those up arrow things. I think we need a little bit more in the front. Maybe like one. We need more engines too, I think. Doink. This one, back like that. Should make us stop turning left and give us that extra up force in the front I wanted. But hopefully it's not too much. As we gain speed, we should basically become lighter. And then the tank track should basically not have so much weight on it. All right, we're starting turning left a little bit, which I'm not really surprised because of this thing up here. Guess we could just try put them all like that again. Just hope it's not too much. I think it'll be fine. We'll see. I'm just gonna do one test run to make sure it's going nice and straight before I add more engines and all that. Trail looks straight. All right, let's see, is that front gonna start tilting up? All right, the front is starting to tilt up slightly. Just don't want it to be too strong because that'll be putting too much pressure on the back. Tank track looks pretty unfazed by the weight right now. I think that's fine on the front with those. I don't know if we need all those skis in the front. I think we can get rid of a couple of them. Yeah, I think at this point we just need more power. Yeah, we're going nice and straight. Let's go to the corner. All right, let's add more engines. I think we're gonna add them to the back. We'll just add on to this. Kind of copy and evens it out a little bit more, possibly. Maybe too much to the back. Yeah, that's too much to the back. Their mass is way back there. We'll just do like that, and then we'll add some more to the front. Get rid of some of those. Hopefully we don't need any more upward wedges on here. Those skis are severely smashed. We need to get the weight off the front of those. Let's see if it'll start to pick up a little bit. They're a little bit less smashed. All right, a little bit less smashed. Just went up again a little bit more. As we slowly pick up speed, it should be slightly more and more. I would not be surprised if the thing just starts flying though and just tilts up at too high of a speed. We still have like another 200 miles an hour about to go before we hit it. We're getting speed too slowly though. I think we need more up force since we added all the extra weight. We might need more skis in the front or right there too, instead of just those two. Maybe like 4 more. All right, let's add a few more skis up here and move all this forward. 1 more. Parkour. Okay, there we go. Okay, so far this all looks good. Can we put up force right here? Yes, we can. Let me put up force right here. No, we still cannot because the way we have this set up, if we bring it forward, like these ones, need more up force. If I get enough, I might be able to remove these two. But we have tons of up force now, more skis. I don't like how much traction we have. They were slipping. Let's try getting rid of 1 set. That feels better. Slightly, not much, but wobbling. What the freak was that? Did I hit a part laying in the road? Top all of our pieces. That was weird. I don't know what just happened there. Something broke off or we ran into something. He's starting to try to lift up quite a bit in the front. Going pretty straight. I think we have too much engines in the front. We're not even lifting up enough. Yeah, this is worse. We literally have 500 and something before. All right, let's get rid of 2 engines and see what happens. The weight. Let's get rid of a couple more. 4. We're gonna throw them in the back. I think I can make this wider too. All right, what's the lightest thing we can do to connect these? That's probably the easiest way. All right, we are almost out of complexity. We just add a lot more weight, but we also add a lot more support. I don't know if I like the extra skis in the front. They kind of skidding like that. I don't like that. This thing's not touching enough. I think we need to get rid of those skis in the front. And we can just bring all this back a little bit. Yeah, this is already working better. Not skidding, I don't think. Let's see. My whole track is glitching out. Can't even see the track half the time. All right, this is working better. Those skis up front were messing us up because we're doing worse still than we were before. And we added more engines to the front, and that's what messed us up. And it looks like there's still too many in the front. But we also might have too many skis in the back. Yeah, we got too many skis on this thing. I guess we have to find the right balance of ski to weight and the right center of mass because it's all going to be balanced. All of these except for some, I'm going to put them on here in a certain pattern. Put 3 there and then put a long one to the back and delete some more engines up here. We'll get rid of 4 and let's try adding those back. More weight. Oh, yeah, we need 1 of those. That actually looks quite level. Maybe tilted downward like ever so slightly. I'm gonna get rid of that too. I feel like we need maybe 1 more on the front. We gotta figure out the balance of this. All right, let's try this. The weird tracks there for a minute. Yeah, I think we had too many skis. Now I think we have too much up force in the front. All right, we're making some progress back to the 500 something that we had. I'm gonna stop this really quick and see how much this thing lowers. I think we have too much up force now. Yeah, I think it's too much up force. Let's get rid of this and we're gonna get rid of all of it. Boing. I feel like this is pretty well balanced compared to what it was before. Let's see if we can hit 500 again. All right, we are back to 500. Good. And we have way more engines now, which might not be needed, but all right, I want to make sure we still don't have too much up force by basically removing almost all of it, but not completely all of it, and see what happens. We hit like 510 there, something like that. I wasn't watching right before the wall, and then we hit at least 510. So if we can hit like 550, that means we definitely had too much up force. All right, we're gonna get rid of all the up force up here, except for those two. And we're gonna get rid of this up force. Actually, I might have to do it like this. That'll be very unstable. Let's keep it. And let's get rid of all this too, if that was even needed. We got one up force right there, one right there, a couple right there. Yeah, let's try this. A little unbalanced as far as aerodynamics. Oh, what the freak? Maybe connected. I don't think I need that anymore. Put that there and that there. I kind of want this to be more. Much more stable. All right, let's see. Probably don't need that ski up there. Yeah, I don't need that ski up there. I'm gonna get rid of that. Adding aerodynamics at this point. We don't want. Okay, let's see if this is faster. We just got rid of a bunch of aerodynamic things, but we also got rid of a bunch of up force. Might not be needed because I mean, tracks don't look that smashed. Question is, are we going straight though now that we messed up the arrow? A little wobbly, but we're going straight enough. Looks like the biggest thing though is getting this ski to weight ratio that properly. Looks like that's the biggest factor in this. If you have too many skis or not enough, you're gonna be kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So far, this seems like it's going up quicker. So if this is correct, now should we just add like way more engines, or do we have enough? I kind of feel like we should add more. This is the best we've ever done. Yeah, we had too much up force for sure. All right, that was like 625, I think. Didn't really look super close to the end there. Let's save this before we lose it. All right, we're making some good progress here. Let's get rid of more up arrow. Can we add a lot more engines? And let's add more of these to make this thing more sturdy again, because that made a huge difference having it on both sides. Actually, put it up here. No, that's a problem. The big thing about the weight now, I think, is just making sure it's balanced somewhat from left to right, which looks pretty balanced. Might throw it off though. I add too many, but I think it needs some more over here to balance it out anyways, because we have less in the front than we do in the back. All right, let's not get too carried away. Is that centered? I think it's a little bit too far. Let's put, add one. All right, let's go all the way back. We're gonna need base. I don't know if this is gonna get to even 700 or what. Wobbling a little bit. I feel like we're accelerating slower right now. Do we have too much weight? Did we mess up the balance too much? I think we're accelerating too slowly still. Just under 200 power cores though. All right, we hit 620 last time or something like that. Let's see if we can get past that. We're turning now because those wedges we moved. I think that was slightly worse. I think we needed that little bit of up force here. If we can balance it out too. Should we add 2 engines to the front just to get the center of mass forward a little bit? Yeah, I think that's good. I'm not even pressing any buttons and we're going. Slow down. Okay, no, let's just go. Who cares? Thing starts going automatically. It's ready to go. We might have too much up force again. I wonder if 2 tank tracks would be feasible now for more traction. Now that I'm not too concerned about weight. So let's try putting on another tank track. All right, will this give us more acceleration? It looks like it is. But how many of them would be beneficial? I think if we go too many, we're gonna get too heavy, and then we're gonna have diminishing returns. We'll have tons of grip, but we'll also weigh more, which will make us accelerate slower. I think 2 might be the magic number, possibly. Does it have enough weight in the front? I don't know. It might need more engines in the front now. Yeah, let's try it. All right, we hit 600 with the 2 tracks. This is the fastest version yet, so this is promising. This is really close. We freaking did it. Why is, yeah, give me that boom. All right, we freaking did it. 2 giant tracks, 820 something miles an hour. Yep, I was not sure if I was gonna be able to do that, but a little bit of up force and some skis, mostly the skis and the weight balance of that, and we did it. 205 power cores. Might be able to be reduced. Probably can be reduced. I'm not going to reduce it right now. We should despawn it, respawn it, and just double check, make sure we didn't get like some weird glitch or something. This thing, whoa, slow down. All right, we're going. I can't stop it. It just wants to go. So hopefully we're not pointed too far towards that wall over there. Yeah, we're accelerating pretty quick this time. It looks like we're accelerating even faster this time. Yep, definitely did it again. We hit. Yeah, we're going faster this time. We're gonna hit 850, 860, 870, 880, 890, 900. All right, we hit 900 at least. All right, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. Thanks for all the support. We're almost to 4,500 subscribers. Peace.